Good morning, I'm Brandy Brown. I'm the lead teacher in the 4-year-old classroom here at the YMCA. We have openings in both classrooms for the 4-year-old room and the 3-year-old room. I want to share some great opportunities that the Y Preschool has to offer. You can bring your kiddos in for swimming, you can bring your kiddos in for fitness, you can bring your kiddos in to even learn some Spanish. We have openings in both classrooms. Please contact the Y at 641-752-8658 and ask for Ashley Nelson. Thank you.
Today, Christmas is coming, and we're kind of in that rush of trying to make everything happen and make it look like it's easy when we know it's not. I have found that as I've gotten older that it's a little bit easier because I just don't place as many demands on myself, and that is a nice place to be in life. I wanted to talk to you today about reasons to, I have to look down at my notes here, 6 reasons to keep exercising when the temperature drops, because exercise is very important. I love this great weather when I can get out on the bike trail, and I'll head out, clear out to Summit Street Road, and it's just a nice, quiet little place to be. But when the temperature gets really cold and the wind's blowing, it's just less a good idea in my head. The dogs still love it, but I don't look forward to it. But I want to tell you that exercise is still important, even if we don't want to get out in that weather. One thing that it does is that, the sun is actually more of a friend than the heater. When we get out in the sun, that just lifts our spirits and helps us feel better. I actually feel more like getting things done when the sun's out. I know that there is some seasonal depression that can happen when we don't have the sun, but it's just something about the sun that just makes me feel even better about the day. So get outside, enjoy that sunshine, and you'll still need sunblock, of course, even though it's not summer. But and if you're outside and you're walking, and I usually get too warm, but I put a black coat on when the sun's out, and that really helps absorb sunlight too, and makes me warmer and helps keep me feeling like moving a little bit more. Another thing we need to do is, like I said, keep warm, wear clothing that is appropriate for the weather. If it's icy at all, or snow, even snow blowing across a bike path or a sidewalk or street can be hazardous, and we need to make sure that you're walking on with good solid shoes on and walking on surfaces that are not slippery, because a fall can just be very hazardous, especially if you're by yourself. So be sure to carry your cell phone with you and tell people if you're going to be out and about, so they know that if you don't return, that they should probably be looking for you. That's actually a good idea, especially as we get older. That doesn't hurt. Like I've always said, watch out for your neighbors in this kind of weather, and if you need to go out and get the mail or go out to your car for something quickly, go dressed for the weather. Don't try to sneak out real quick in case you would fall or something would happen. So be prepared, because that helps take care of yourself. And actually, if you're healthy, then your family's happier and healthier too, because they're not worried about you, and if you make good choices like that. You can stay healthy by making sure that you continue eating your proper diet, which is kind of hard this time of year. A healthy diet, I guess is what I should say. It's easy to pack on the calories, it's easier to pack on the starches and just kind of hang out at home. But one thing we need to do is pay attention to how many carbs we're getting and eat a well-balanced diet, because that's how we take the best care of ourselves. Watch your salt intake, watch your sugars, that type of thing. Watch alcohol. Not too much alcohol. Maybe we have a little bit more time to sit around and enjoy, but we need to pay attention to that too. It's not something that we should. We need to be reasonable in the amounts that we eat and drink. Also, beat the winter blues, like I was talking about, where you're outside and getting exercise, because that's really good for your mental health. And if you can't get outside, don't forget that there's gyms and the YMCA, and actually you can exercise at home too. There's many products that you can buy that make your home into a little gym that works out the best for you. Don't forget strengthening and stretching and cardio that you need. And then also, like I was talking earlier, be sure to take a deep breath, enjoy the season. It just comes once a year, and like I said, it's becoming easier to enjoy, because I have less I'm putting less pressure on myself, and we can all do that. I know that when I was younger, we tried to make everything work the best we could, and sometimes it's just nice to just enjoy. For one thing, Christmas comes and goes, and then it comes and goes in another year. There's always another time to do that more perfectly like we'd like. And like I was talking with our healthy eating, avoid that winter weight gain, because then you have to take it off. We know that there will be lots of opportunities for gyms and buying exercise equipment after the end of the year with all those New Year's resolutions. So take good care of yourself this winter and through this Christmas season. Make sure you get your flu shot. I can't leave that out because it's never too late, actually. I get flu vaccine, or I have it available clear till April, May, and June. If you're going on a trip and you haven't had your flu shot, I would not get on a plane or any kind of a public transportation thing without a flu shot, because that's the only protection that we have. Remember to wash your hands, cover your cough, and please, please, please stay home if you're sick and keep your little ones home so we can take care of everybody. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Hi, this is Michelle Roseborough at the historic Mowry Irvine Mansion to tell you a little bit about what's going on with our Historical Society of Marshall County. So, unfortunately, we're still closed to visitors because we aren't able to sanitize historic surfaces without damaging the finishes and the buildings. If you've ever been in here, you know it's a little difficult to distance, and so we are still at it, taking research requests and communicating through Facebook and email. If you are a member, you should have received your newsletter. So we hope you're enjoying those. We will not be having any of our usual holiday events, but as we make reopening plans, when that becomes safe to do so, we will be so excited to let you know. In the meantime, if you would like to reach out for a genealogy request or any local history requests, I'd be happy to talk to you, because it gets a little lonely in here by myself. And I can be reached at 641-752-6664 or by email at info@marshallhistory.org. We're also, our board is starting the process of planning a new museum. So we will be really excited to share some of the plans and progress. And if anybody has any ideas, we'd be happy to hear those as well. Hope to see you soon. Miss everybody.
Hi, I'm Joa LaVille, the Youth Services librarian here at the library, and I thought I'd show kids and families what to expect during our walkthrough phase. Things look a little different. I look a little different. If you come, this is how I look, and so hopefully you can tell I'm smiling at you even if you can't see my smile, because we're always happy to see you. When you first come in the library, we have some of the new guidelines that we have, and so you can kind of see the different information. Right now, we are asking children 9 and under to be directly supervised by an older teen sibling or parent. That's a little stricter than our normal requirements, and we do ask that young children do stay right with a parent when they come in. If people they can come in as small of groups, but we have had families come together. We understand that that sometimes everybody needs to come, so that's just kind of, if you can run in and get something, we try to keep our numbers low. And so right now we have a 25 or lower capacity in the whole building. And sometimes when there's several big families, that can get pretty high to close to the capacity mark. We also ask that people spend 45 minutes or less when they do visit the library right now during the walkthrough phase. We hope this won't be forever, but so far this is working for us to be able to offer you library books. You will come over to this table and somebody will welcome you and give you a sticker that tells what time you came in. And if you have any questions, you can let them know. You can see that our bathroom, we just have one unlocked bathroom, and if we know there might be an emergency, especially if you bring little ones, so you can ask in youth about that or use this one if you need to, but otherwise they're not really generally available. When you come in, you will see a lot of this, which even though it kind of matches our paint, it's kind of doesn't look as pretty as, but we have, because we're saying right now we're walkthrough, kind of meaning come, get your things and leave within 20 or 45 minutes. We don't have seating areas, and we don't really have ways to allow people to gather together, which is sad for us, but right now is an important safety thing for us to do. You can see there's arrows on the floor, and so that's to help people kind of keep the social distancing. And so if you were to come to youth, you can come on in here. We do have a hand sanitizer thing at the front, one here. People are welcome. We keep those full all the time. Here's our youth services desk. This is where I usually sit. Don't look at my messy stuff. We've been very busy, which I'll show you here in a minute. We've been re-tagging and looking at the condition of the entire collection during our closure, so that's made things a little bit messy, but we hope good overall. You can see we've tried to display a lot of books everywhere in really easy ways for people just to be able to grab books so that they can see what they want and know that they haven't been handled a bunch of times. We are quarantining our books when they return for 5 days. So that means that if you return books, you will notice they're not really checked in off your account for at least 5 days. And that's because we keep them separate back there, and then we check them in so that you know that they haven't been in another household for, and by that time, more than 5 days. And so that's based on CDC recommendations to prevent surface passage of the virus. So over here, we're all behind the plexiglass, and you'll see everybody is wearing a mask. You would be wearing a mask unless you're very little, because we do require masks the whole time. Masks need to be just like mine is, over your nose and over your mouth the whole time. And so that's where you will see that all of our staff members are following that guideline as well. If you have questions, there will always be at least one person here. One thing that you'll notice, let's go over this way first. Well, you'll notice over here, we used to have, 8 computers. We've reduced way down for social distancing. And because of the requirements of everything and the time, mostly people are just kind of using the computers down at information and here to look up information, maybe print something, but not really a lot of fun things going on the computers because we just don't have the capacity anymore for that during this phase. So this is still all temporary. We will be hopefully back to a more normal time soon. I did want to point out that you'll notice that the library catalog computers are all unavailable. And so a lot of people may not know, you can actually pull up the library's catalog on your smartphone. So you can do that even from home. You can even choose things and have them ready for you through our system that we're calling our pick list. And so that's a great way if you're a busy family and you want to pick all your books and then just stop in and grab them, or even have them brought out to your car. You can do that by using our catalog from home or on your smartphone. If you don't have a smartphone or you'd rather just ask, of course, we are happy to answer questions about where to find things. You'll see this area looks very, lots and lots of books on display. Right now we have a lot of back to school books. And I think this area looks very, very different to kids that are used to coming here. We know it's been sad for some little ones. The castle is not here anymore. The Legos are not here. The Lego table areas all snow fenced in. But that's just, we just can't have a lot of things that people are touching and sharing with each other right now, so that we can all be safe, and hopefully we will be able to bring our castle out again soon. We can head around this way. Something that's not changed is just lots of good books on the shelves, and so we hope that you can still find a lot of books. Over here, we've taken away the couch. We really, like I said, don't have seating. We've got Anne sitting over here doing her regular, the routine that she does pretty much every morning before we open. She goes through the books and she looks to see if any need a little bit of cleaning. We're not implying that we're cleaning the whole collection. We are not, the quarantine should be making the checking out safe, but we are just trying to keep them clean. We also have re-tagged the whole collection for a brand new checkout system that will be pretty exciting, because you'll be able to put a whole pile of books on a pad. It's called RFID system, and it'll kind of beam them all at once. So sort of like if you go to Target or one of the stores that have the self-check. It'll be kind of like that. And so that will be a great, it'll be convenient, quick, and a lot less contact for people. So we have had to go through every single book, and I mean every single book in the library, and put a tag in it and then put that book in the system for that. And we did a lot of that when we were closed. We're continuing to do it. We actually just finished our area, yesterday or the day before? So we thought we should have confetti or something. While we were doing that, we actually really weeded the collection, meaning we took out books that were kind of ratty or if we needed a new copy. And so this shelf over here has been an exciting thing for families. This shelf right here that has this banner, these are all weeded library books, meaning they're books that we we took out of the collection because maybe we had more than one, maybe. So they're a little rough around the edges maybe, but still really good books. And so every time that somebody comes in, they can choose. We've got chapter books in order. This is the beginning reader, a whole bunch of nonfiction, some Spanish, some picture books. They can choose one book to keep at home every time they come. And like I said, if families do leave some of their family members at home and come in just with one child, they're welcome to pick one for every person in their family. And then they'll know that they don't have to bring it back because it's got the squiggle from and then it also, of course, the one I picked doesn't have a withdrawn stamp. Most of them have, a withdrawn stamp in the cover. So when you're at home and you're thinking, which books do I need to bring back? That's how you know. And of course, you're welcome you can bring it back and someone else can read it, or you can keep it or pass it on to somebody else that needs books at home. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing here. That's why we have the big piles still. We're still getting through that process. And so, but we're now into the school year and looking forward to working with families to support you, whether your kids are at school, they're partly at school, you're online, whatever. We hope that we can be a great support in this. So we hope that didn't change too. So
I don't want to say it's been an adventure, but I hope the library's been here trying to serve all of the community in different ways and trying to make adjustments, first COVID and then now of course the recent derecho. One of the things that we've done, because we have limited resources in the building, and we're going to show you what we mean, is that we've added a couple of picnic tables outside. We're actually going to probably add a third one. So you're welcome to come here and sit. You can use the Wi-Fi here. We do ask that if somebody's waiting, it looks like they've got their laptop or something, that maybe if you're not comfortable sharing, that you kind of limit your time. So it's not, again, I know it's a nice place to sit under the tree in the shade, but we're hoping this is to offer somebody to have a little more time with the Wi-Fi. So if you have Wi-Fi issues too, let us know and we'll try to help you. But we're going to go inside and we're going to show you some of the changes, and we're going to talk about what's happening here at the library. So right now the best way is to check the Facebook page, the library's web page. But if you're like me, and right now I have no internet at my house, you can always call. Hopefully everybody's phones are working. I know during the storm I was having really spotty cell phone service. So on the outside of the building, one of the changes too is that we do ask that you return all your library materials outside, either the walk-up book drop or the drive-up book drop. I think lots of people are unaware that we have the drive-up book drop, so it's on the back side on the Lynn. So as you come up here, so also if you haven't used curbside pickup, and curbside is when you can go online and place a book on hold, or you can call us or email us, and then you park in one of the 3 curbside spots, and then you call us on the phone number listed on the board, and then we bring the books out to you. So, and we are happy to keep doing curbside. Now I know some people are eager to get back in the building, but curbside is a great way to go. So, but if you're coming into the building, please come here first, return your books at the book drop. So we've got the book one, the audio, and this is the trash bin. And I know sometimes people get a little confused, but don't put your books in the trash bin, please. So anyways, so please return everything here before you come in the building. Okay, so now we're going to go in the back of the building. Normally this is not where the public comes in. Here. So here we come back here, and I can show you a couple things kind of behind the scenes. So one thing is, so curbside, for those of you who are doing curbside, you can see, you know these purple bags now. These are all the things that are waiting for people to come and pick them up. So you can see the assortment of items. We have people that have box loads of things. And I know sometimes people are very concerned about their items haven't come off their record. That's because we are quarantining items. This is actually pretty small. So these are all items that have been returned, and they sit for 5 days, which is what the scientists have recommended. And so then we check them in, and then they come off your record. So again, I know we have some people that like to see their items come off as soon as they return them, and that's not happening. Okay, so now we're going to go out into the public area. So we're going to go out this door. So you can see this is where my staff spent a lot of time. So you'll see, of course, one of the immediate changes is, like everybody, like Hy-Vee and Fairway, is we have lots of plexiglass. So, and there's a different way that you check books out. My staff can walk you through it. So, lots of hand sanitizing stations. So when you do walk through the doors between 12 and 6, right now, Monday through Friday, those are the current hours, with curbside pickup on Sundays from 1 to 3, you're going to stop here. And usually I'm here, or maybe another staff member, and I'm going to ask you a few questions about welcome you back to the library. Thank you for wearing a mask. So you see that I'm wearing a mask and all my staff's wearing a mask. Hand sanitizer station. Have you been exposed to COVID? Do you have any questions? I'm going to put a little sticker on you that tells you the time, because you're allowed 45 minutes in the building. And then you're welcome to come in. So the self-check is still in use if you want to go and get some books, or you would come to the desk and one of my staff would help you. So you can see that, and it's sad to us, I'll admit it, all the snow fencing that we've put up. So right now, the library is not a gathering place. And I hate to say that, it's really hard for us to say that. The library right now is kind of a grab-and-go express service. So in the youth department right now, of course, they have amazing books and the playaways, and we actually just got this new collection of Disney, really wonderful books. But right now there's no toys, there's no Legos, the iPads are all put away, the castle. Sadly, we've had to put Mickey Mouse away, which is very hard on us. So, but we do have wonderful books, and Joa and her team really want to help you get things, and certainly homeschoolers. We know there's a lot of people who are looking at homeschooling, so please reach out to Joa LaVille, Youth Services Manager, about how she can help you. So anyways, but right now, that's it. And one of the things we did, and you may have seen our video, for our most popular items, which is kind of starting here with the new books down to DVDs, is we actually move them. We physically, not I, we physically move them to give a little more space for that social distancing and browsing. So you can see where the old lines were, and I think we'll actually keep it this way. We kind of like the space. So all the new books, the new DVDs, we've got some arrows on the floor, kind of trying to keep the traffic. More space here. And for those of you who, like me, still have no cable and internet, we have lots of great DVDs, television shows, movies, kids, things for the kids. So maybe you want to go back and watch The West Wing again, or Hill Street Blues, or I'm looking over there, I see Grizzly Adams, or new things like Succession, or Frankie and, I don't remember what it's called, Frankie and Johnny. No, maybe not. Anyways. So we have lots of great things that you can check out. We still have the book sale. Right now, though, it's all exact change because we're not dealing with money. So if you want to buy a book, we can make it work, though. So Then, as you can see, again, all the furniture has been kind of bundled up. And this is pretty much libraries all over the United States, so we're not doing anything out of the ordinary. A lot of libraries in Iowa have not even opened for this interior service. So Urbandale, lots of other libraries, they're just kind of doing the curbside. So we're kind of in between. Fort Dodge and West Des Moines have about the same service as we do. A lot of libraries are offering very limited service. Small libraries are doing appointments, kind of like going to the dentist. So, you know, everybody's kind of doing it on a different scale. So we have limited computer use here at the library right now. So 40 minutes to use a computer. You must make an appointment. Bring a change if you need to make copies. And right now we're asking, the computers are not for entertainment use, so not really YouTube videos or games, really for people who need to file insurance documents, FEMA, maybe something with DHS. You know, obviously people want to connect with their families by email, but right now we just can't accommodate entertainment use because we've gone from 20 computers down to 6. So if you think about that, and of course we're only open at limited times. But, you know, again, ask my staff for help. I mean, they can probably save you some time in terms of what you're doing, you know, and especially if you're looking to get to a website, you know, to file a claim or something. So they definitely want to help you. But right now, again, you can't come here and bring your laptop, your own device, and work in the building, but we do have the picnic tables outside. And a lot of people just sit in their cars. So I know it's going to be hot the next couple of days. I don't know if it's through the weekend, but you know, again, we're trying to help you as much as we can. And the Wi-Fi is on 24 hours a day. So, you know, if you maybe you work, you can come before or after work and do that. What else? I'm trying to think what people ask us. Yeah, so right now we don't know the next phase. We're just kind of taking it, you know, we're waiting for school to open. We're kind of wanting to see if that has any impact. We consult regularly with the state library. We look at the federal authorities to see what the recommendations are and the best practices so that we can keep all of you safe and all of us safe and everybody else who's here at the library with you. But if you have any questions or concerns or comments, you can certainly reach out to me, Sarah Rosenblum, the director, and we'll certainly see, and maybe there's a suggestion of something that we can do. We are busy cleaning things, but again, personal responsibility. So when you come in the building, you should use the hand sanitizer. I know there's one around the corner. You should use it on the way out, and just kind of assume anything you touch, you probably, you know, like we all learned in kindergarten and first grade, is you should wash your hands, you know, very well, and so that we can keep all of you safe and healthy. And you know, we look forward to seeing you in the library, and we look forward to, you know, next steps. But at this point, I just don't have that information. So thank you.